Two, one, two, one. Hey everyone, welcome again to Gaming Through Time. We are in 1990 with Super Mario Bros. 3. Ignore the 1990 or 1988 there. That was the Japanese release, and we do American releases here because that's when I got these games. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3 probably hands down the best Nintendo game or NES game there is. Well, what can I say? Yeah, you know, how much as I love DuckTales and whoops, that was awful. But as much as I love DuckTales and Jackal and a few other games, nothing really competes with this. This is just like a flawless game. So what we're gonna do, I don't know. We're just gonna play through the game. We're not gonna do like 100%. We're not doing like level skips or anything like that. We're just gonna play the levels we want. We're just gonna, you know, have some relaxed fun with this game because it's really, really good. I'm thinking it'll probably be the last NES game I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna move on to Super Nintendo, even though there's a lot more Nintendo games that came out after this, and actually some really good ones too. You know, some more hidden gems, because as the Super Nintendo got more popular, less people were buying NES games. And unlike nowadays, they still supported, like, people didn't go out and buy, people didn't know like what the next gen system, they didn't really understand it. So it kind of confused, like it was just like a new concept that like, oh, every few years there's going to be a new system, like a new update. So they weren't so open to it. So yeah, so you know, some people didn't go out and buy the new system right away, so companies still could make money supporting the old system. So you could see that with this one. You saw that with the Super Nintendo to a lesser extent, and then after that, people kind of realized what was going on. So it's kind of just, you know, last few games came out, and then it was all into the new system. So if you're not familiar with this game, then I don't know what to say. You probably haven't played too many video games, or you just don't know anything about gaming history. But this game is like the quintessential NES game. Pretty much everyone's heard of it. So we could get the whistle up here. I'll just show it off. Why not? Secrets, the graphics are way better than the first Mario game, as you could see from my first playthrough, but it's just, I can't say enough good things about this. So after this one, and not too long after this, Super Mario World came out. Especially in the United States, there wasn't much of a gap. In Japan, there was a couple years between the two, but not here. It was only about a year or so, maybe like a year and a half. I don't know exactly like the months they came out, but so yeah, which is kind of crazy to think, because you know, I was like a baby at this point, so I didn't really understand how close these games came out to each other. So I probably will do Super Mario World after this, but then after that, Mario Brothers kind of took a hiatus for a while. You know, there was Yoshi's Island, but some people, you know, it's hard to say if it's not really like a Super Mario Brothers game. You know, it's very different style of play, kind of a slower pace. It's just a little different. It's not that it's worse or anything. It's just so I don't know if I would count that. But then there's some Game Boy Advance games and some remakes and stuff, and not till 2005, I think, new Super Mario Brothers on the DS came out, and that was a huge hit. But yeah, there was a huge gap. Mario kind of started to take more chances, started to branch out, as we'll see with Super Mario Brothers 64. So there's just so many Mario games. So like, we're probably gonna play like 10 games in this marathon, gaming through time through each of the years. But so yeah, so after this we have some games that are opened up to us. You know, we have the Game Boy that's out pretty much by this game. Oops, I didn't want that. By the point this game came out, and then we had the Super Nintendo, so we got 2 systems to pick from. So we'll be going back and forth. Some of the early Game Boy games are, well, they weren't that good. They weren't so complicated. They're very, they wanted to make mobile gaming, gaming on the go. I guess mobile gaming is different now. Handheld gaming. It was a little different. They didn't really know what people would want to do on the go. So, Tetra's a huge hit. I mean, that's good on any system, anything you could play something on. It's going to be fun. But they're like, we can't do these full long adventure games because we need little short snippets. And I'm not too sure how common battery saves were right when the Game Boy came out, because I know they were still expensive, but towards the end of the NES lineup, so I guess it was probably on the verge that they were a cheaper option, so you could actually save games and not just use passwords and stuff. But definitely some early Game Boy games were using passwords and all that good stuff. And so yeah, and I'm not too familiar with early Game Boy games because I didn't get it till later on. I think when I got it, I think I got it for Christmas, and I had Donkey Kong 94. It's not called, technically it's not called that. It's just Donkey Kong, but it came out in 94 and people just call it that. So, it starts off as like the 4 regular levels of Donkey Kong, like the old school 83 or whatever, 82 game. And then it kind of just goes crazy from there. Mario's more mobile, and I could never beat it as a kid. It was way too hard for me. But when they released it on the 3DS, like the Ambassador program, I want to say, or maybe it just came out on the eShop. But I got to take time and play through it. I actually got to beat it then because being older and smarter, and I don't know, actually have more skill in games. So we rescued this king, but it's not the princess. So she'll give us this P-Wing, and that just lets you fly over a whole level. So, which is all good because some of the later levels, actually pretty much just World 8, get pretty hard. Especially the tank, plane, and boat. But we'll get there when we get there. So right now we'll just enjoy these classic levels, classic songs. Yeah. So I don't I beat most games after a certain age, but this was right before I didn't beat every game. So I never could beat this game. I knew the secrets to get the whistles, which I should have got the second one, so I completely forgot. But yeah, so I could get the second whistle, so I could get to the last level, but I could never beat the stupid boat, ship, and stuff. I don't know, I just couldn't do it. But and there's mini games all around the map. So this is a memorization game. I've seen people play online. There's only a certain amount of boards, I think, so they could just they just know. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. I knew where that one was. So they could just know the board and get all the extra lives. And speedrunning this game, if you haven't seen it, is something to see. It's definitely one of my favorite games to watch speedrun. It's not too. The short ones are fun, but it's not too long that it's you still have to watch for a few hours. It's under an hour for good speedrunners. I am nowhere near that, but it just shows you how flawless this game is made and how everything you can just sprint and land on certain things. It's just I haven't seen any other really platforms that can do such a thing. It's just Mario. It's just so dang good. What else can I say? So yeah, that's Mario talk. So this week, and uploading, so I'm gonna be recording this for a couple hours, so insight, I actually have some episodes saved up for at least a week, so, yeah, there's only 2 videos this week. It's just hard, people get frustrated, I get frustrated, not just in life, but, doing the YouTube channel, it's just, it takes work. Not that it's hard work or takes a ton of work to make a video, even though I could add more quality to my thumbnails and stuff. I'm just not talented enough. It's just frustrating not getting views, or even if it was every 3 videos I got a new subscriber. You know, it's just like, it's not that, and it's just like, you know, you put a video, it's got 14 views, which is like, and then the next video gets like 2 views, and like, those are just from my accounts. I guess they'll get 5, because that's like how many accounts I use to view my own videos, and likes and stuff. Shh, that's a secret. But, you know, you gotta, you know, I don't know if I expect this to be like my career or anything like that. Oh, whoops. But, you know, it would be fun just to have conversation with people and just, you know, just play around. It'd be cool. So we got Boom Boom here. Whoops. There shouldn't be too much rewinding. I'll actually accept deaths. Eventually. And it's mostly just because I know you guys don't have to believe me, but I want to say it's mostly because I'm using emulator and like this crappy USB controller, which I should get a USB or like a Bluetooth adapter so I can play. I think I would be able to play with my what I want to say, my Pro controller for the Switch. I think that is USB. I mean Bluetooth. So it would be great because I love that controller. I think it's one of the best controllers Nintendo has had. Probably the GameCube is still my favorite because it's so unique and it just felt really good. But it's pretty good. So, and it's got a good D-pad and all that. So if I can find, I don't think they're expensive. So maybe I'll get one of those and actually, hopefully it'll be a little bit more responsive. Whoops. See, like, that I feel like I wouldn't have done if I had a more responsive controller. But whatever. We have a reverse button, so everything's all good. Because I'm here just to show off games and show how Nintendo has, you know, evolved over the years. So that's kind of what the serious goal is. Just to see how games evolve and what, like, how much of a gap and, you know, what years are more impressive than other. But yeah. So I'm also going to be doing some work on my other YouTube page. So if you guys are watching this, remember to subscribe to news channel, Nerd Explosion News, which might be changing the name because I can't say it all the time. But there just hasn't been too much news, gaming, movie news, all that. It's kind of we're getting close to the summer months, which May's usually a slow month for everything, just because, you know, maybe some movie releases, but, you know, it's right before E3, and, before, it used to be like, people didn't consume media as much during the summer, because, you know, they're busy outside and stuff, but I think that's changed, because, you know, shows used to not come out in the summer. You know, then it was some reality shows, and now, like, Netflix, there's some shows. So, things have changed. So there should be some. So, yeah, we're on, like, anyways, what I was trying to say is we're kind of like a news slump, which, isn't a good time to start a channel when there's not too much to talk to, but we're on the edge. We're on the verge of, some, you know, spoilers from E3 and just some companies will get their pre-info out, just, you know, like, so, like, we don't want to talk about this in our main show, but we'll show it off. We're going to see that from Nintendo, which I'm excited for, to make some videos about that. There's going to be a lot coming out. We're on the verge of, like, a breakthrough of all these rumors and stuff. Some of the rumors going on now are, pretty BS, so I don't know, like, you know, you hear one, like, rumor, and then, like, all these YouTubers that have a decent amount of views, but I wouldn't call them journalists or anything like that. They just hop on it, so then, like, more people are believing it, but, you know, rumors are rumors. You know, they're supposed to be taken with a grain of salt, so, whatever. Extra Life. Woohoo! So what else? What has there been talking about? 2 Metroid games, which I I don't know if I buy that. I obviously want a new Metroid game. I love Metroid. I love Metroid Prime. I love the classic 2D ones. Ugh! I always thought those looked like ants. Anyone else think they always looked like ants? Uh-oh. We're gonna cut here. I don't know what happened. Woo! 3 stars! Alright, good way to welcome back. 5 ups. So we have more lives than we had last time, but not as many items because I used a level skip, as you might see. So I'm gonna speed up the footage there, as you already saw too. But, yeah, I must have soft reset it or something. But, like I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, those Hammer Bros on the map, they look like ants to me. I don't know if anyone else used to see that, but yeah, they look like ants. Alright, let's get back to this. So I have no idea where I was talking about before, but anyways, moving on. I think we're talking about news and oh yeah, just rumors and stuff. 2 Metroid games. So besides Federation Force, which I actually didn't get to play, which I'm pretty disappointed because I think it looked kind of fun. I don't know if what you guys think about that game, but not that I'm mad that it put the Metroid name on it, but it wasn't really a Metroid game, and I'm okay with that. But it doesn't mean I don't think that should like take the place of it not being not being a Metroid game, because it's been so long. There's been so many Nintendo franchises that we need to see. We don't need to see another Mario Brothers game for a while. Bring us Metroid, bring us F-Zero. I've ranted about this before, but Advanced Wars, oh my god, we need Advanced Wars so bad. Guess there should be. I don't know where the P-switch is. I guess there's one. Anyways, yeah, there's other franchises. So, having 2 games, I haven't really looked at the rumor because I really don't care about the rumor too much because it doesn't seem too reliable to me. But I hope I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. But, so I don't know if there's like a 3D one and like a 2D one being made, or like a 3DS and a Switch version. I can't see there being a 3DS unless it's been pretty far along in like development, and they're just like, well, we need to still release it because eventually there's gonna be slowdown of releases on the 3DS, because even though it's still going pretty good, and yeah, there's some good games coming out, and like Fire Emblem, which I guess it didn't sell particularly well in Japan, and I don't know how well it's gonna sell here, but it'll make money, I'm sure. Because that franchise is pretty popular now. But, yeah, the new one, Fire Emblem, it's not Gate Gaiden anymore. It's like something Echoes. I don't know what it is, whatever the name is. I'll probably pick it up. Comes up next week. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit different, which I'm glad it's different because I feel like we're too close to the previous. Like, that'd be the 3rd Fire Emblem on the 3DS. I know they come out pretty regularly, but I need a break from it. I need yeah, I got kind of bored with not Awakening, but what's the other one called? Whatever. But yeah, I got kind of bored with it. Well, that because then it had 3 campaigns. I only played 2 of them because it's just too much Fire Emblem. It's too much of a good thing, which is a thing. So, you know, I'm glad this one changes up a little bit different. There's like random maps and like dungeons and stuff like that, which is cool. So, I'll probably pick it up. Should be fun. What else is coming out on the 3DS? The Pikmin game, I think that looks pretty cool. Kill that ant. Pikmin, I mean, we need to see more about it. It's definitely like, hey, you know, I think they were giving it to smaller companies to be like, hey, we need more games. But and here we trust you enough to make a game. So hopefully, you know, sometimes they can shine. They're like, if they're a company that want to prove themselves. And I think it said it's Grezza who made the remakes of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So they at least, I mean, I guess they're not original games, but they know how to like at least program and stuff, because those games were played really well and they looked really good. So maybe on their own. So maybe, you know, this is their test, being like, hey, you make this, and then we'll give you some bigger projects to work on. So hopefully it's like that. Etopia, there's like 3 big games that are coming out, I think, besides Fire Emblem, because that's like basically almost out. But there's Metopia, which I think looks so funny, but what I've heard about the Japanese one, it's really repetitive and gets old, and it's not in depth enough to really like hold your interest for that long, so it gets kind of boring. So I'll probably pass on that one, even though it looks like it has a lot of charm. But maybe I don't know, maybe they should have made it shorter and not made it a full retail game. Maybe that would have been better that way, but oh well. And then last, there is Island of Oasis, which I don't know when that game comes out. I don't know if that's a summer game or it actually doesn't come out till the fall. So I'm not sure on that one. It looks good, I think. I've been watching Gerard the Completionist, that one video game. I don't know what his channel is. His Let's Play. I watched him play Secret of Mana, and I've never got a chance to play that game, but it looks really, really fun. I mean, people love it, and that guy seems to like know how to do those like actionist RPGs. So I know it's been a while, so I have some. I want it to be good, not that I'm that excited for it, because it does look a little, I don't know, it looks a little plain, doesn't look too creative, nothing stands out about it, but who knows, maybe like, because I don't think anything really stands about Secret of Mana either, but then when you play it has a lot of charm, so, maybe, we'll see, but I don't think that comes out for a while, so, and that's about it for the 3DS. I think that could be about it for the system, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe there'll be some other stuff. Who knows? So this is our first underwater level, which pretty much any game underwater levels are awful, and there's no difference here. I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world, but just I don't know. It breaks up the pace. You don't have all the control you want. Annoying enemies. I always hated those. Whatever that is.